Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to turn 11 of Pokemon Gold, where we are playing Cameron the Photographer, God of Cyanwood City, and I have actually looked at this turn. I've been in communication with a couple of different players in this game over some of the events that are going on. So, let's take a look at stuff real quick. Onyx, level 14, the Pewter City Cool Drainer has claimed the Throne of Bureaucracy. So, Throne of Bureaucracy for Pewter City. And then we have completed the construction of a fortified village in impassable mountains. Great, fantastic. So, not a whole lot of other stuff that has happened in the kind of like the board state, except we look right here in the Mountains of Madness. Last turn, this belonged to Vermilion City. Now it belongs to Viridian City. So, I have been in communication with Vermilion City. Viridian City has attacked them. They feel okay about warring with Viridian City, right? They're not like terrified of it. They think they can defend themselves. But basically, I have discussed doing a two-pronged assault with them. Them coming up kind of through Gueladon in 201 and kind of beating back this army and then fighting over here, and me coming in and basically jumping Viridian City's capital. So what we were already kind of planning to do last turn is basically coming to fruition, right? I'm gonna send in this group, the decent leader, over here to Chuck's wife. Chuck's wife is going to then have a much larger force, closer to 50-ish units. Those 50 units, in reality on the battlefield, right, are going to be closer to 75 to 100 units, depending on how things get spawned, basically. So we're very strong right now in a fight versus certain things. We're not strong versus long range, like Girafarig, right? We're not strong versus things like Mind Blast or long range magic attacks. Sorry, I had to steal a cat toy from my cat real quick. And then, we're not strong against large battlefield magic or anything like that. But I don't think Viridian City is going to have anything like that. So, did a little bit of checking in on Viridian City, and I did this a couple turns ago when I was considering moving against them. So we know Onyxes are going to be difficult to deal with because they're very high hit points, very high protection, and they're resistant, right? And they have fear. So that's going to be a problem. But it doesn't look like they have many of those at the moment. It looks like they're mostly going for Nidorans. Another thing that I was initially concerned about was most of the Pokemon nations, if not all of them, have some sort of assassin or seducer or something like that. Ours is not that good. It's this guy, right? The Black Belt Provoker. So he can't scale walls. He doesn't fly. He's got 3 attacks, great, but his stats aren't very good. And he's an assassin -5, so he's not even a very good assassin. Right? But he does start with the Hitmonchan, and a Hitmonchan is pretty good. So if you kit these guys out, they can be okay. Right? Not good, but okay. Viridian City actually starts off with, or it doesn't start off with, but has access. The only assassin type thing they have are these Team Rocket recruiters. And they're not assassins, they're seductresses. But they're female. So they are going to amount to nothing against Chuck's wife and Decent Leader 1, right? So that's the game plan there. They are casters. They do come with a Hypno, so that's one thing. But I don't even know if this guy is pumping out any sort of like assassins or anything like that. This is a bold move. This is going to be a decently powerful army, right? But it is not going to have much siege strength. It's only going to have about 100 siege strength at max. That will take 3 turns for me to even crack this fort. So we're going to be looking at potentially getting some mercs in. And this might not go super well for me, but as long as I can get out of it with something, I think we'll be fine, right? In the meantime, Chuck is going to head down here, and not this turn or next turn, but the turn after, we will be attacking Debrithia. That may be too long. Ekrutik might come in before then. If that is the case, we'll just have to see what we have to do. You know? Alternatively, I do have a fair amount of people. I could deliver something. Let's take Chuck over here instead of here, right? Because if I need to... How much do we have? We've got 31, 35. No, I would rather another turn of recruiting anyways. We'll still take Chuck there. That's fine. I'm not super worried about it. But I'm not going to send someone out with this army to start doing things. But if need be, I could always, from here, I could send Chuck into this location next turn and send an army into this location next turn. If I was super worried about taking it quickly. Which I'm not super worried, but I would like to take it sooner rather than later. So, I'm going to do some site searching there. This guy is... We're so low on income. Goodness gracious. Killing me. Killing me, not softly. Just flat out killing me. This guy is going to stop with his owl quill production for one turn. He is going to give a hammer over to this guy, who is going to drop an owl quill, and he is going to forge our next dwarven hammer. This guy is going to then pick up an owl quill, and this lady is going to pick up an owl quill. Bump our research just a tad. Doing pretty good. We will have things like Strength of Giants soon. Fire Shield for some people if we want it. Terracotta Army is something that we can get to very quickly. And we're pretty close to Fighting Field. So, we're going for... Okay, so... I'm going to move Fly Spy. I don't like doing this typically. But Fly Spy is a very stealthy scout. And has spy, so I am going to put her on Viridian City, and we're going to see how that goes. Chuck's wife is going to probably breach for right now. Because we still want... How much does it take for a temple? We could continue the wooden fort, or we could try to get a temple. I think it's actually probably better for us to look at a temple. Temple was 400, though. Ew. Okay, well, we can go down to 5. Do I feel like 40? I feel like 40 plus is probably going to be okay. The problem is those Phantasmal Warriors, right? Phantasmal Warriors... I don't have anything to really target them. Like, they're ethereal, so my guys are just gonna crash upon them and do nothing. That's the stickler here. But that being said, I still want to build a temple. I need to push I have good dominion, I need to push it. Probably gonna try to get Kunal going in a turn or two. Is there anything that I can be making? Oop, not really. Start on some Pokeballs. I want to start on some Pokeballs, but I need to get this next Dwarven Hammer going. I have to get my Dwarven Hammer production up to a reliable state where I can get several Dwarven Hammers out into play, and then the idea there is to use those Dwarven Hammers to make a bunch of 1-gem items, a bunch of Pokeballs, for free spawn, a bunch of useful little things like lodestones, or fires in jar, or owl quills, etc., etc. So that's the plan there. This guy is going to bring his 2 little Mareeps down, because he might be building here next turn. I really need... I feel bad saying this, right? Because I've gotten 3 heroes, 3 amazing heroes. I got Chuck, and I got 2 Luthadoras. But I really need a gold event. Like, if I can get a decent gold event, like a 400, 500 gold event, then I can use that to kickstart my infrastructure. And until I do that, or until I get to that, I'm kind of, because, and I've talked about this with the game, actually, all the players. Most of the players are like, this is a rough game because almost all of the provinces are bad. Like, almost all of the provinces are quite crap. Which is unfortunate, right? But it is what it is. So, I think that's about all we can do for this turn. We're going to be moving into position to attack Viridian City next turn. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to be moving in position to potentially take Debrithia in a turn or two. And again, I'm going to say it, right? If Saffron doesn't take Griffin Rock sooner rather than later, I'm going to go to him and I'm going to be like, look, I don't want to leave this for Ekritique. One of us has to take it, you know? And if it's got to be me, it's got to be me. I don't want to take it because I don't want to take the losses from the Heracrosses, honestly. But I really want that 152 income. So, that is it for the turn. I believe. So we will see you all next time. Peace.